just as you said, not you, and I don't want to unpress it. So that's going to be the intro. We're back with Monster Hunter World on PC. We're not playing the PS4 version because there is a release date for the Halloween event on PC, which is a week from now for us. So we're just going to do it on PC because that way we can enjoy the benefits of better visuals, better frame rate, and zero loading times. Because going back to the PS4 version was a little painful in that regard.
Just a tiny little bit, yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also Carter's here. I can't remember if I said that. He's finished being Sweden for now.
Hello.
Just for now. I'm going to post a quest now. And thank you, Try and Profit, for 17 months in a row with Twitch Prime. Cheers for another month. Cheers to you, good sir.
Okay, gotta remember now that X and circle are switched on this one.
Let us begin with a nice little it can't see you if you don't move. So I think we're hunting Pepper as a killer in Dead by Daylight. I want to see that glowing cat.
Oh, damn. My legs are sleeping.
Well, at least part of you is sleeping.
Wow, harsh.
But true. So we're going to have one space if someone wants to join us.
Optional quest? Yes.
It is an optional quest against Mr. Andrew.
Just a normal hunt. Okay.
Yeah, I've got to build up to more pickles.
Now I just gotta remember what I was doing with this character.
Nothing? Arena quest with your latest hostage?
Playing the game.
Shotzi got in.
I keep pressing wrong buttons. Guess I'll use my survivability set and I'll be fine. It'll come back to me, hopefully.
Why is my frame rate going crazy?
Because you haven't read it up.
I'm just trying to see if there's something in the background.
Pornhub, which for you is just your Twitter mentions.
Yeah, haven't gone to Pornhub in years.
That's a shame because they tweeted the other day there that 500,000 searches for Bowserette in one day.
Nice.
The Boo Girl is cuter.
The what?
The Boo Girl.
Oh, Boo. Alright, yeah.
It's the same. She has big boobs.
Oh, so it's not just that she's a half ghost, it's just that her boobs are bigger.
It's Boobette.
I get it.
That's a clever name.
That's really good. I didn't realize that.
I'm curious how Nintendo are going to take to this sudden, because this is the most attention they've gotten outside of their acolytes.
Add both of them to Smash.
But it's definitely it's porn characters that imply either Bowser or Boo.
Originally they weren't porn.
Yeah, but still, the very fact she exists it means Bowser and Peach either had consensual or non-consensual sex.
Also, this character was originally apparently supposed to be in Odyssey, where Bowser took control of Peach with his hat.
Oh, God.
But it was crap.
Yeah, I guess spoilers for Odyssey, but Mario takes control of Bowser with his hat in it.
Nice. So this is an almost canon character.
Almost.
Because they want one to acknowledge it because it's mostly fairly big boobs. But at the same time, it's so much free publicity. They've got their own memes. And it came from normies, not Nintendo fans.
I like that. I like that someone drew Valuigi as well and he just turned into Wendy's.
They're going to try and ban it? That would be another way they'd go, yeah. But that would have the strides.
One with Valuigi, but he puts on the crown and it's just a one-up for him.
Oh. We really shouldn't be fighting this in this thin corridor.
That's fine.
But you say it's fine. I've been set on fire twice.
It's fine. It's raining.
What is the Bowserette thing? No, it's some
Google it.
fan-made character that
Google
looks
it.
like the offspring of Bowser and Peach.
You
Well,
definitely
it
don't want
is-
to go to that subreddit and do research there.
See, it looks like that, but it is actually just Bowser wearing a crown that turns him into Peach.
Is that the
Yeah.
canon?
Yeah, yeah. That's how it is. Since it's a new item. Like, it's a legit item.
Because
from
I
the
read
game.
it was from some fan comic.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, but it's a fan
It's,
comic where Bowser
the
puts on a
item.
crown and becomes
Okay,
a princess.
So originally it was that Toadette put it on and turned into Peach.
Okay.
So then of course people
Okay,
do everything
I can
else.
explain. The new port for the Wii U version of Super Mario, whatever that was called,
Mm-hmm.
that's coming to Switch, and
Yes.
it has a new item that turns the Toad character, Toadette, into Peach when she picks it up.
So based on that, they did variations, and the
Yes,
one
yes,
that
and
became
where everyone-
popular was Bowser.
Yeah,
Yes.
where everyone else puts on the crown.
Hmm. Okay, that I
it's-
totally misunderstood then, because I thought it was purely just like, here's a what-if child offspring.
No,
It's just literally
actually
Bowser
Bowser
with Peach.
turning into a female
Okay, so that makes all those
princess.
pictures where she's saying I'm gonna fuck Mario have a lot more connotations to them than I thought.
Yes. It's Normie's first rule 63.
That's very weird. Okay, I get that people draw weird things, but why did it take off as much as it did? Like, why
Because
did
it's
that?
it's a goth-looking girl with
Sorry,
horns. That's also relatively large compared to a person.
Yeah, but those are all just your fetishes. They're not everybody's
Big
fetishes.
City Goth
Yeah,
BF.
See, that's what you think. Most people on Twitter just have similar fetishes to me.
My favorite version of the Bowsette that I've seen retweeted is the guy who does the large soldier shoulders doing it.
So,
That was,
Yes.
yes, that was clearly the best iteration. Why don't I have any music right now? What happened?
oh, I don't either. I guess he can't see us.
He's asleep while being mounted.
Wait, I finished my mount. Why did...
The music's back now.
What?
It's fine, he woke up.
I don't know, maybe things are weird.
Things are weird, yes.
But yeah, this is my favorite meme for a while.
I don't like that it replaced the Bongo Cat. I like the Bongo Cat.
Well, there is now Peach, and there's now Bowsette and Bongo Cat, where he smacks her boobs.
Yep, I saw that one. That's pretty good.
I don't like how it sounds like Valnar has meticulously researched this. You're misusing the hunter notes.
This is like the biggest
I
meme
haven't
in
really
a while,
researched
so-
it, it's just my Twitter feed is full of it.
Yeah, this is the biggest meme in a while.
It is.
It's
I've
not
seen
even
it
a meme,
everywhere.
It's not even a meme. It's just an art thing.
It's also like #1 trending in Japan on Twitter.
Uh-huh. Which is funny because it's not Japanese made.
Oh, they took to it. Well, of course they did, because it's big boobs.
It got like 4 pages on the porn site in one day.
Oh, look who's here.
It's me.
Oh, it's Mr. Joe.
Oh, hello.
Wait, what did you say his first name was again? I've already forgotten. Was it Stuart?
I have forgotten.
It was Stuart, right?
Probably.
Or Samuel? It was
it
an
was
S
Frank.
word. No, it's not
Was
Frank.
it Frank?
I'm pretty sure it was Stuart. Yeah, because Martha Stewart. Yeah. I want Pickle to destroy Andrew.
Yeah. See, Andrew doesn't have any. He doesn't have any race in this presidency run. Only Bagel can stop him.
Now the real question is, where did Bowser Jr. come from? Because Bowser
Well,
has
you
a
see-
canon child.
There's also
I
a lot
have
of art as
seen-
Bowsette Jr.
You don't want to know, I have seen.
No, but I want to know what Nintendo's excuse is. They gave Bowser a kid, therefore there is a canon mother.
Well, you see, he has painting power, so obviously Bowser painted him to life.
Actually, it's Peach.
I want to know from chat
not
what,
really.
what Nintendo's canon is on that.
I mean, Bowser has several kids.
Like 7 of them.
They aren't his. They're Koopas, so they're not related to him directly, I think. Whereas Bowser
Isn't he
Jr.
also a
is.
Koopa?
He's King
He's
Koopa.
the king of Koopas.
Yeah, but he
Yes.
usurped the position.
I've also seen a picture of all of them being like princesses.
Yeah, same.
Valnar,
the one that's
stop,
actually a
stop
princess?
searching the sites you search.
It's on Twitter.
It's all on Twitter. I don't have
You
to go
choose who
anywhere.
you follow on Twitter, and you ain't getting it from me.
It's mostly in Pepper Discord. Since both me and Kensei are there.
Well, that's confirmation I'll never join it.
Well, it's a good art thing.
What, porn?
Yeah.
I mean, only like 50% of them are loot, so...
No. Like 70%.
I'd say,
visiting.
yeah, I know. It's like most of them are just being
Where?
cute. Most I don't see a lot of porn.
Look,
And I
there's
follow a
plus
lot of
sides and
porn.
negatives to following Dodger on Twitter. One of the negatives is she often posts or retweets lewd anime stuff. Or Bowsette stuff.
I see. Have you asked her if Bowsette is her new waifu?
I have not, no.
I was gonna say, ask her if she wants stripping it. But yeah, I like the Boo Girl better. She's cuter. It's also very cute when people draw her together with Luigi.
Because Luigi's dead.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like... So there's one where people have drawn her with Luigi, where they're holding hand, but she's holding like one of those extendable things because she's meant to be super shy.
Oh, but it wasn't just that she doesn't want to touch him.
No. Also probably because she's a ghost.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the weirdest one I've seen is like the water cannon that Mario straps to his back.
Oh,
at
that's...
one
Yeah,
point.
Kurt retweeted that the other day, didn't he? I saw that
Yes,
one too.
yes, he did. That was so weird.
That
the
was
hell?
somebody's fetish.
Yes, that obviously.
What I've got a fetish for is turning people into water cannons.
Excuse me, it's turning water cannons into people.
Oh, okay. That's...
That's a very specific fetish.
See, the other way around is already an established fetish.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it
I
called
didn't
water
know
cannon
that.
fetish?
No, it's the people turning into items fetish.
What items? Any items?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Don't ask me.
Chat, why? I'm not... well, I am
like,
judging. I can't help but judge, but I'm curious why.
That's like a subcategory of the petrification fetish, I guess.
But why?
What do
though?
you call that? Objectification? Literally?
No, objectification
that's,
is when you like say to women, "Hey, bitch, make my dinner."
There's objectification, and then there's objectification in brackets literally.
Oh, you mean
transformation?
literally?
But yeah,
Also, this podcast has gotten very weird.
No, you don't want to Google a history of fetishes. I was trying to like just see if any of you knew. I'm curious, and that's a very dangerous thing to be on the internet.
I'm sickened but curious.
Yes.
So
that's perfectly
someone
described
drew
the
that.
situation.
Someone drew that, but with Mario's face.
I'm gonna check Twitter, see if how many times I need to scroll back to see another Bowser picture. And I follow
put that
normal
down,
people.
I will.
It is slowing down. I agree with you there.
Sure, you follow normal people.
Well, yeah, but then I look and
Normies.
you've been retweeting porn. See, this is why I don't
Yeah.
have you on TweetDeck. I only have you on normal Twitter.
Yeah.
Alright, hang on.
That
I need to
poison my
post a hunt
seeds.
first. Post the quest.
So when is Lunastra coming?
I'm not sure.
Hopefully next week, but no idea.
Wasn't Kolv before Lunastra though?
Ah, yes, of course. Cole first, then Archval, then Lunastra.
This release table is a mess.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. It is a ass. Should make
They
it a
should've
pretty
just
girl and then
went
people will
with
like
the-
it.
Damn it. They should have just went with, like, what they had in the PS4 version
Oh.
already.
Right. There's also one where the crown puts on a crown.
Ah, yes, and it's just a giant ass and hair poop.
Alright, I had to scroll back like 2 hours, but that was Valinar doing that video I retweeted where she kills Bongo Cat. But I retweeted that because it was funny.
The one
Yes.
the one that I actually have yet to see any that's like safe for work for is Yoshi. I have not seen anything except for
Goodness
porn
sake.
for that one.
I've seen like.
Yes,
that
by all
sounds-
means admit, what were you saying you've seen? Sorry, what?
Borderline safe for work stuff for Yoshi, but not
Borderlands? You said
Is it the one
Borderlands.
Borderline.
Is it,
Oh,
is the one
Borderline.
where it has like the tongue between the breasts down?
Quite. Yes,
Yeah, I don't count that
that's
as.
the tamest.
Yeah.
Everything else is worse.
Chelsea said 3 tweets in and he sees a Bowsette cosplay.
Excellent.
Again, it depends who you follow on Twitter.
Let me
seems.
see. Let me check my timeline.
My Twitter timeline was shit last night because the official game, as in like the UK gaming retailer, retweeted about 24 tweets from Funko Pop of all their Fortnite Funkos. Like, piss off. I was that close to unfollowing them.
Ugh. Funko Pop.
Oh, okay.
I
2
don't
tweets
see the
down and
appeal.
There's that's it. Yeah,
No, it's easy mode for you to find porn on.
you're right. It's also Bowser sucking dick. So yeah.
So
That's
putting
my
on the
enti-
crown also makes Bowser gay.
Yeah.
What if he
Obviously.
is gay canon and he just adopted Bowser Jr.?
Yeah.
And they
What
just
if-
have an
that might be
amazing
something.
striking resemblance by accident or coincidence?
What if he just kidnaps to Peach so he doesn't appear gay?
Yeah, he's like
He doesn't actually have any interest. He just
no, he has
wants
literally no
people
interest because she's human. Why would she be interested, or he be interested in a human? Yeah, human. That's weird.
Is she a human though? Is she a toadstool but with the crown?
Her father was a toad, so
What
it
if
does
she
beg
opened
the
the
question:
breast?
what part of her is a mushroom?
What if you take off the crown, she just turns into a toadette?
Or if Mario finally gets into bed with her and instead of a vagina, she's got a mushroom
Oh.
down there.
She just got a. You appears in Super Smash. Just that one.
Ugh. Ow.
I rolled into that one.
I walked away thinking I could do that.
What's the other one?
The only thing you're allowed to walk away from is Mad Max.
Oh dear.
Yeah, let's talk about something that isn't the internet's latest porn, or maybe sometimes one in a million not porn addiction.
I watched a really bad show on Netflix.
Oh yeah, what was it called again?
It's named Under the Dome.
And what is
It's-
it about?
I think it's based on that movie from the 80s, was it? About a dome being around a village or town or whatever.
Isn't it just the Stephen King book?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
based on
Stephen
that, I
King.
think. So it's about a town that gets
Have
trapped.
you seen the Simpsons movie?
Yeah, the
Yes,
Simpsons movie is that
Yeah,
same
literally,
premise.
It's that.
It's literally that, except done worse.
Hmm.
So people, it's like a magical invisible dome. It's not actually a dome; it's a bubble. Gets
Uh-huh.
around the town. People crash into it. People die. There's like body parts flying everywhere for no reason.
Yeah,
Okay.
people get cut in half.
Yeah. It's like it's not meant to be comical, but it looks comical
Why did you watch it? I'm
because
curious
I
about
got
that.
curious.
But there's a ton of stuff on Netflix. What about that got your attention?
I don't know. It got my attention because it looked like it could be something interesting. So let me see. It's like within 2 days, people go insane and go complete anarchy for no reason. They don't have any food problems. They shouldn't have water
They
problems.
just go
since-
kill crazy.
Yeah, like so people. It's like, oh no, we're getting low on supplies. You have several farms inside the dome, and you have working water. You have no
Kind of.
reason. Yeah, they blow up the water, by the way. So there's one working well. They blow that up
Why?
because they wanted the well for themselves.
Yeah, there's like a councilman running a meth lab, and it's the biggest meth lab in like all of like that part of America.
So, yeah,
And
it's
I
really
think
stupid.
things get fucky.
Also, if you go within like a meter of the dome with anything that has batteries, it explodes for no reason.
Yeah. And the show got cancelled, you said?
Uh huh.
Oh, so it wasn't
Yeah.
even just a movie; it was an actual season.
It was a show. Yeah,
Good
and
grief.
also, by the way, all of the characters act completely unnatural because of drama. Like, instead of just, saying their reasons, they have to be none of your business. It's like, no,
So it's
nothing.
basically exactly like the book then. Good.
It's just
Sounds
so
like it, yeah.
stupid. It's like all of the tension would be gone if they had told why they were there, since they weren't doing anything. They were just standing there. Like, they could have just explained what was happening.
But a movie has to happen, or a story has to happen.
It's also like one of the things they do is that the scientists start to spray water on the dome. They find out that it can filtrate water through the dome, so some things go through the dome, and then they
Just
never
very
touch on
small.
it again. They literally never touch it again.
They touch on it in like the final few pages of the book when it
Yeah, in
comes
the
to
book
head.
maybe, but in the show it's never come back.
It's just set up for something that could cancel.
It's also they try to nuke it because America.
Oh, of course, yes.
It didn't do that in the book.
It doesn't work, by the way. It just turns the area around it to a wasteland, and people go crazy once more. Actually, they're calmer. They're calmer after the nuke than before it.
Nice. That makes sense.
Like, this show it's so stupid.
You've had
What's the
Netflix
book?
this whole time, and I've been talking about a bunch of stuff that's really good on it, and you choose to watch some shitty Stephen King
So
adaptation.
the thing is, it's actually better than Defenders. That I can say.
Oh, okay. I didn't think the Defenders was that bad.
I did.
On the quest.
I remember the last time we talked about... Oh yeah, Court Join the Quest. The last time we talked about Defenders, I thought there was a second season because I thought it looked like in the trailer that they swapped powers. It wasn't that. It was just that Jessica Jones was hungover, so she was wearing glasses.
Nice.
And I thought, just from the seconds it showed in the trailer, oh, she had Murdoch's powers. No, she was just hungover. Daredevil season 3 soon, no? Yes, season 3. Said the right thing. That's better than Defenders.
Also,
I don't-
Under the Dome ends in like a stupid twist, and the reason for the dome is nonsensical, so you didn't miss anything.
It's a bit like The Village then, kind of. By M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Can I spoil it, or
Oh,
should I not?
yeah, I think as long as you've given warning, which you have, yeah.
It's aliens.
What's aliens?
The dome.
boy.
It's alien children playing.
Wow,
What?
couldn't see that coming.
Yep, that's it.
No, but are they on the... Wait, they put the dome? So they roll Earth, or did they just do it from
No,
space?
they just in another dimension or something, and like they did like a little bubble and play with it,
Huh.
and that causes the dome somehow.
That's not scary.
It's pretty dumb.
Yeah, it's like the entire time watching it. It's like, what is the reason for this dome? And it's like, I don't know. It's just there for being there.
Yes,
And that is it's a Stephen King short story or a full book?
it's a very very large book.
Oh, wow, really?
It's about the same size as my Lord of the Rings. That's all 3 books.
Ugh. I'm looking for Teostra stuff, so I'm not joining the fight straight away instantly.
Okay.
But yeah, the Under the Dome is basically Simpsons did it better.
Yeah, the Simpsons
Yeah.
movie was pretty good.
Since at least
mean,
they
it's,
didn't go into complete anarchy in 3 days. For them, it took like
It
10.
took like a week or two.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's a good
Once-
premise. It
once
had some
Simps-
decent setup, but what the hell?
Like, they didn't have any reason to do any of the things they did. Like, some of them did legit go insane from the dome now. They had, like, reasons to act like they did, but then there's, like, normal people who...
Some
go-
were just high on meth.
Yeah. No, it's a new thing.
Is this
What was
more
it?
a more modern story by him, or is it an
Yes,
old one?
yes,
it's
It
like
is
set in
okay.
modern
That
times.
kind of explains
like
it. Now. It sounds like he's
2008
rehashing.
maybe?
He's rehashing his missed premise, but doing it a lot worse.
There's kids with cell phones, of course, so they have to go the, oh my god, I haven't texted in like 2 days. So it's just-
Yeah, old men writing dialogue for young people is always amusing.
it's literally talked like that too.
Where is Madame Teostra bits?
I do quite like the guy who plays the evil councilman now. He does a good job, I would say.
Do you know him from anything else? Would we know?
He's in Breaking Bad. I forgot what the role he does. It's the cop, I think.
I have not seen
the
Breaking
bald
Bad
guy.
yet. Chat
The
maybe.
bald-
will tell us.
Yeah, I know who you mean. I don't know his name, but he's alright.
I still haven't watched Gerald's Game. That's another Stephen King adaptation on Netflix, but that was rated very, very highly.
I see. I also watched another bad Netflix show based on Stephen King book as well.
Oh no.
I think.
Okay.
The Mist.
Yes, the TV show. There's a movie, The Mist, which is very, very good.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That one I've seen.
So the show is
Not
really
to be confused with The Fog, which is
The
terrible.
Fog is a different thing. Yeah, I have the series ticked to maybe watch. So you're saying it's bad?
bad. Do you want like a small spoiler? I guess.
Oh yeah,
It's actually
I
a
know
pretty big
how
one.
I know how the movie goes. So
They never show a single monster. It's just implied they exist, but they don't actually exist.
That's the whole point of the story.
Yeah, the whole
Small
point, like
glimpses
that's
of,
why
like,
like
things in the fog.
people trapped in a small area going crazy works in The Mist because they know there's monsters and it drives them insane.
Just
being stuck in a bubble
small
doesn't necessarily.
glimpses are enough. Like through the fog, a little,
No,
little
they
Yeah.
don't show that.
weird thing.
It's really bad.
That's all right. I'll be unticking that from my to watch list as soon as I end the stream. That sounds really bad.
There is one episode where monsters kinda appear, but it's just literal normal people on horses.
So it's not
You
connected
want
to
to
the
Man was
movie.
the real
No,
monster
no, it's
all
not.
along.
It's not. It doesn't have the same premise even.
Well,
It's basically just nature hates you.
But it wasn't nature in the film. It was the science experiment gone wrong.
Yeah.
And in the book, it was like scientists opening a like
Yeah, they opened a portal to like a
parallel
Cthulhu
dimension,
Yeah.
I'm
which
fairly
is like
certain this
part
show
of the
also
overall
cancelled.
Stephen King universe, where all the like weird monsters come from.
Yeah.
One of the episodes is just the four horsemen of apocalypse shows up to take away the priest.
That's very very dumb. That sullies the memory of a good film. He made down there choking at his own amusement.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There is technically
God.
like one monster that shows up, but it is literally just the mist. It just takes form and chokes a guy. Was it a girl?
Everybody remembers the ending to The Mist because it's horrifying and depressing and fantastic.
Yes, and the movie did it better than the books.
I thought the book was exactly the same.
No, the
Well,
ending is
visual.
different.
Oh. In that case, kudos to the movie then, because I thought it was the same.
Yep, Stephen King said that the movie did the ending better. You should have done it like that.
That doesn't surprise me because he doesn't usually finish well. Well, it has not stood still. Sorry, she has not stood still.
Now, I am planning on watching Justice League.
That's
Because
not on
I want
Netflix,
to.
is it?
It is.
Oh, is it? I
I
don't think
can't-
it's on UK Netflix.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. I was going to watch Batman vs Superman first, but that's not on Netflix.
I don't think watching anything other than the extended cut of that is worth it because it would just be a confusing mess without the bonus content.
I did watch some videos about the development of Justice League and how they basically redid the entire thing because
You can tell which bits are redone because
Yeah.
Superman
So the
has a
entire
CG
thing
upper
was-
lip.
the entire thing was made in a very well, not the entire thing, but most of it was remade in a very short span of time. It made them cost a lot more money.
Oh, yeah, that's why it didn't make money because of the reshoots and the CG to get rid of the mustache that Henry Cavill had to have for his Mission Impossible film.
Uh-huh. They could have just like
The jokes
That
were
seems
kind of
like-
funny, the ones that they edited in. The worst one
Yeah.
was definitely after when Superman first wakes up and he's kind of disorientated and he's fighting the Justice League, and he picks up Batman and he remembers what Batman said to him, so he says back to him, "Do you bleed?" Then he throws him away, and then it cuts to an obvious reshoot with Batman on the floor saying, "Yep, oh yeah, I bleed all right." That was so bad.
That's almost so bad it's good.
But yeah, no, it's like it's why the CG is so bad at some points because they didn't have
Yeah,
time
they
to
didn't
make
have
it.
money. Yeah.
They didn't have time or money.
Yep. I didn't think
Like
Justice League was terrible.
Cyborg.
It was just very boring because the villain is very uninteresting. I'd never heard of him and didn't care.
It's like one of Thanos, one of Darkseid's general. They're basically the same
Yeah.
character.
They wanted it to all lead into Darkseid, but no one cares.
Why couldn't they have gone with Darkseid's son?
I don't know.
That would have fit more. And he's more known.
I've never heard of Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf, that was it.
Yeah.
Isn't that a
Yeah.
band?
It sounds like it should be a Swedish death metal band.
No, I think it's an actual band.
Oh. Maybe they're named after the comic character, who knows?
Might be classic rock, but I'm not sure.
I'm also wondering what villain they will have after Thanos in Marvel.
They're doing the
There are-
Skrull and Captain Marvel, aren't they? So they can't do that.
Like, there are lots of a lot of villains more powerful than Thanos, but I don't know what they can do after that.
I would imagine they'll go a bit more small scale because they'll have to start retiring the older people,
Yeah.
and that means
Also,
getting rid of certain heroes. Ow.
And constant escalation gets boring after a while.
It does,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you for interrupting.
I would like to see just, honestly, I think solo movies are more interesting to me, like where it's just the hero, one hero or two.
But then you have to explain why the other heroes aren't doing anything.
No, you don't have to
Yeah.
explain. As long as the threat isn't like world size, then you don't need to explain. They could just be busy or on holiday.
There is one comic where like shit goes down, but it only focuses on Spider-Man. But at some point, it shows like the Avengers helping with other things, and that's why they aren't there.
Oh, are you talking about the Spider-Verse?
I don't know. Which
That's
comic is
when
it?
vampires of all they
No, it's
jump
not
across
them.
dimensions and kill Spider-Man in each dimension.
Yeah, no, it's not them.
I've been reading those comics recently.
Shit, what was this? Oh right, it was a comic. No, wait, that wasn't it.
Morden
thinking of
or something is called the main vampire that Spider-Man knows.
Yeah, no, I know the comic that is, since that's one of the few I've read these past years. Shit, what was it? I can't remember. And I can only think of Ultimatum, which isn't that good.
Did anyone read the Marvel Zombie comics? No, I've heard of them, but I
Yes.
haven't read them.
I think I've read them, so that's a very long time ago now.
Well, they were out a very long time ago.
Yeah, I've also read Old Man Logan at around the same time, I think.
Well, I've read the Spider-Verse arc of the Amazing Spider-Man. It was pretty good.
I think I read like only the last few issues of the Vampire one. Since I don't think I read it from the start.
Well, the main gist of it is like the Spider-Man that is Doc Ock, Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's gathering spider people to try and kill the vampires, and when that doesn't work, the main Spider-Man gathers spider people to find a peaceful solution, or
Doesn't
a
it?
way that doesn't involve
Doesn't it?
killing.
Doesn't it end with that? There's like, it's revealed that they have like a Spider-Man or a spinner or something that can see the timelines or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah, and they're holding him hostage, and that's how they're
Yeah.
jumping dimensions to kill Spider-Man. And then it ends with Superior Spider-Man and Peter Parker having a fight to prove who's the Superior Spider-Man once and for all.
I also saw Superior Venom, who apparently is very, very powerful. Like, he showed up in one of the Superior
Is there a Spider-Man that's a spider that got bitten by a radioactive human? There's a monkey one, there's one that's just a cat,
Spider-Ham.
there's a pig one. They didn't show a spider that's been bitten by a human, no. Oh, I like the monkey Spider-Man one, because he's just in the background panel of one of them when there's a huge fight going on between Spear Spider-Man and one of the vampires, and he just shouts, "Bananas!" Or this is bananas, that's it. And then sadly he gets his jaw ripped off by one of the vampires.
Oh no. Yeah, I haven't really read that many Spider-Man comics in the past few
I asked
years.
for like suggestions on YouTube for any notable comics. I tried another one. I tried Maximum Carnage and I didn't like that one. It was boring.
Also kind of sad, since there was one comic I really liked when I was smaller, and that was one of the Age of Ultron comics.
The one the movie's based on?
No, well, no.
Kinda.
Since in that one, Ultron makes like a zombie army out of a city he killed.
Hmm.
Where it's like he reanimates the corpses through technology, and it makes it difficult for the heroes to fight them or something.
Oh, because they've got those stupid morals.
Yeah.
But losers.
And you know, it's in the comics, Ultron looked more like a Joker type character than.
Yeah, he had that big
movie.
robot grin. Yeah.
He's kind of just in the movies. He's kind of boring since he's just yet another snappy character. Like he feels like Tony Stark.
Yeah, well, he's kind of supposed to be because in the movies, his son basically.
Yeah, but it would be more fun if he was just like a mentally insane robot with that goofy smile.
Oh, died while underground.
I kind of wish we could just see a tail sticking.
That would be good.
It would be really hard to like for the guild to just pull out.
Hey, you got a Vivian Gem.
But I don't know. There's a lot of comics I want to read, but I don't really know which one is so good now.
Yeah, that's why I asked for suggestions. I could suggest a bunch of Batman ones.
Oh yeah, that's a movie I also kind of want to watch.
Which one?
Ant-Man. The first one.
Ant-Man 1?
Wasn't it?
Well, Ant-Man 1 is a thing, yes, but I was talking about Batman. So I'm making sure we're on the same wavelength.
No, I thought you said Ant-Man.
No. I know no Batman... Ant-Man comics.
You don't know Batman comics. I thought it sounded like you said Ant-Man.
I know there's a Marvel comic where Wolverine goes back in time with Jean Grey, I think, to murder Ant-Man to stop him making Ultron. Oh wait, no,
yeah, that is cool.
Reed Richards' wife, Sue Storm. That's it. He goes back in time with her to kill Ant-Man to stop him ever making Ultron.
and he breaks time in the process, and that explains
Yes.
why there's so many timelines.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, that's one way to explain it.
He also has like a more like sci-fi version of his own costume, but there's no difference to the mask.
Optional. And there you are.
But I wish they made Ultron in the movies a bit more like his comic version. It is also kind of annoying that, you know, they are limited by very short time for those types of villains in the comics. No, in the movies.
Have you seen... Did you see Infinity War yet?
No, actually I haven't.
Ah. Have you seen Doctor Strange? I think you did see, because you had comments on Dormammu, right? Or whatever he's called. Because I just noticed that's on Netflix now.
I do actually like how they handled Dormammu. Since, you know, he's a villain that you can't really fight. So it makes sense that Strange beat him the way he did.
We'll do another Joe after this if you want to join for Expo Chuck.
Especially since, you know, at the point where Strange is, he wouldn't be experienced enough to actually take on Dormammu.
See, I'm glad we didn't talk about Infinity War spoilers, because there is someone who hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Ready up, Kurt.
Right!
Considering how many characters they had, it was good. But it was still a little bulky.
I want to see it, but I'm just waiting for it to release.
And the next part's not out until, like, 2020, right? Because their big 2019 movie is Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, they did mention Thanos a lot in Guardians of the Galaxy too. I just find it weird that they call... Have you seen it?
I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy too, yeah.
Okay. If someone doesn't want to hear it, I guess it counts as a spoiler.
Okay, spoiler away.
I don't like... well, I don't get why they call Ego as a Celestial when he's technically not a Celestial.
Why is he not a Celestial?
The Celestials are like godlike beings that created the universe. Ego is just a living planet.
I believe in the context of the cinematic universe, he's more than that.
Yeah, he made his own planet.
Yeah, they made him more powerful in this movie version. Also, he's Kurt Russell, so he has magic powers just by default.
You're right.
he can take any role and make it good.
It was
I
kind of
guess so,
fun.
yeah.
It was kind of funny that they like revealed. Oh, by the way, Star-Lord has godly powers. Oh, no longer.
Well, he has to be
It's
close to, he has to be close to the
Yeah.
planet, and the planet exploded.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I like the way they introduce him, though. That he's just like riding.
He's right. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I like Guardians 2 more than 1. I know most people think it's the other way around.
I like 2 more than 1.
Yeah, because
I
Kurt
also do
Russell,
like the-
I really like him.
I like how stupid the gold people are. They're great.
Yeah, they're very dumb. Ah.
They were so good.
The only part of it that didn't work for me is like he just nonchalantly says, "Yeah, I put a tumor in your mother's brain."
Yeah, that's
That really needed either a different delivery or a different build-up, because it just comes out of nowhere and it's said in a deliberately antagonistic manner, which he wouldn't do in the context because he wants him on his
Yeah.
side. So
Yeah,
it's
kind of stupid.
a really sloppy line.
He could have at least said it after he was done with him.
Yeah,
But, you know, without that, he wouldn't have gone against him, blah, blah, blah.
like
Story
it feels like they insulted the viewer's intelligence by having to remind you how his mother died. Because he
Or
could
that
have just
he-
said, "I had to kill her because otherwise I'd never leave." But no, very specifically, I had to put a tumor in her brain.
Yeah, it's like no reason.
Yeah, why didn't you just shoot her? Or something. Why did you give her a slow, painful death?
Pickle. Pickle.
Go Joe.
Well, I think most superhero movies have to have 1 or 2 stupid things just to speed up the plot. Since they
Yeah.
usually have issues with timing.
Doo-doo-doo.
Come on, I rolled through that.
So do you think they'll introduce new heroes in the second part of Infinity War then?
Mm, I can't really talk about it without spoilers. What I will say in general is the person they've got playing Miss Marvel is young. The guy playing Spider-Man is young.
But isn't that set in like the 80s or something?
When she's like ageless, I think, because she's a
Yeah, I know,
god
but-
or whatever. But yeah, the actual movie's in the 80s, but
Um,
she gets a
Shit.
mention.
What was the reason? She's named Marvel, and she's from
Yeah.
she's from the same race as the guy from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Which guy?
R- R-
Ronan?
Judge. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I think that was the race she was from.
But
I
she's
know
not
she's
purple
looking.
though.
Yeah, I know. Was it?
Maybe only the males of the race are purple.
No, I think she's just special. For special reasons.
Oh, yeah, that's the other reason I preferred Guardians 2, not just because of Kurt Russell. Yondu's character arc I enjoyed a lot. I can never remember the guy's name, I only know him as Merle from The Walking Dead.
Hmm.
Which he was also very good in.
Oh. Oh yeah,
Oh, that is a good excuse actually, yeah. It had to be a slow death because she had to give birth. But you could also just argue you could wait till the kid was born and then kill her.
Well, he did say he couldn't return, since then he might have stayed or whatever.
Yeah, because he'd fall in love. Like a pussy.
Yeah, like not a planet.
Yeah. What kind of planet falls in love? Get a life, loser.
I also like the scene where the Rocket Raccoon takes out everyone.
Oh, in the
Taserface.
forest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Taserface. He was also good.
Taserface.
I also like just they show how effective Blue Man is, whatever his name was.
Yondu.
Yeah. Like he's very effective at what he does. with that little dart of his.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the scene at the end where his like subordinate tries them and hits Drax.
Yeah. Oh, has there been any more news with Guardians 3? Like, the staff going on strike because Gunn got fired? Did they bring him back on? Is there any update on that?
I haven't heard anything.
I honestly don't think the movie
message
will
it.
do as well without him, since people will have like a personal reason to not watch it. Though.
I think his writing is sometimes very imbalanced in terms of pacing and humor, but he is very good at the Guardians movies.
Yeah, and it's also just people will put it as a personal reason once shit like this happens and they like a certain movie.
Drex's actor is looking to get it, but not sure. Oh, they all signed a letter saying they wanted him back, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
But that was quite a while ago, so I was curious if there was any other updates yet. Because if it's a case of where he's already finished the script, it doesn't necessarily matter who's directing, as long as they're competent. Because chances are Marvel was controlling all the direction anyway. So it might still be okay. What's happening here?
Joe?
What was wrong? What's happened?
He also doesn't want him to leave. Joe is gone on a strike.
That was very, very strange.
Oh, he's hunting.
He was stalking like a bloody alligator. Yeah.
That was strange.
Yeah, it was. Thought he was just depressed.
I mean, it probably is that too.
Is Guardians 3 the next big one after Captain Marvel? Like, is that after Infinity War Part 2 or before? I haven't kept up with the latest Marvel timeline for all their stuff. Or are they trying to keep it stum because they don't want to give away who survives Infinity War?
Oh yeah, Homecoming is also one movie that I haven't watched.
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen that, watch it. It's a straight up comedy. And it's very good. Connor, did you just mute your mic?
No.
No, I heard like a click. Maybe it was Cort.
My game is freezing.
Oh, he's having some technical issues.
Oh dear.
Doctor Strange 2 comes first.
Oh boy. 4 frames per second.
Right, so Marvel, Captain Marvel, Infinity War 2, Spider-Man 2, or Doctor Strange 2.
That's a lot of twos.
Yep. But they'll be wanting to focus on their younger folk more. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. wants to do another Iron Man anyway. He's fine just being in the ensemble.
I hope that Doctor Strange 2 has like, instead of Dormammu, it's Dormammu's sister this time.
They already set up who the villain is in Doctor Strange 2.
Oh,
I don't remember his name, but he's in the first one.
it would be funny. Since then she could be just making fun of her brother. Oh.
Poor Joel, he fell over. Nope, I accidentally hit the bigger wasp.
Rip.
Just the pieces.
With jumping on and attaching to Joel.
Poor little wasp.
Poor big pickle.
That's one dead pickle. Who got a gem there?
Not me.
Not me.
And it was
It was
Frost.
Frost.
Damn.
I need tall things. me, thanks.
Ew, his mouth landed in some poop.
Oh, it did. How embarrassing. You have an investigation in Elder's Recess. Joe 2 silver. Joe 2 silver and 1 gold. Okay, we can join that then. Have it hosted and ready for us coming back. Yes, Frost did get the gem. Gang up on him and mug him. Oh wait, that's Court. Never mind.
Wow, rude.
Well, he didn't get a gem.
Not mugging someone just because they didn't get a gem.
Mm-hmm. Very thirsty for some reason. I think it's probably because of a chicken pakora I had for dinner.
The what now?
Chicken pakora.
The what now?
It's chicken in a crust. It's not really a batter. It's an Indian recipe.
Okay, yeah. So Captain Marvel is a human and Kree hybrid. So she's half of the race he is,
Okay.
which is why she's not blue,
I see.
according to her Wikipedia.
But when I was asking chat about her, they said like she's the most powerful person in the Marvel universe.
No,
Because
I
she
don't
has
think
cosmic powers or something.
so. I don't think she's anywhere near the strongest. Since they go into godly beings. Like I think out of like the humans, it would be Hyperion, which is a take on their version of Superman, except he's evil.
It's also the company from Borderlands.
So yeah, it's like he has basically all of Superman's powers, and he killed every single version of himself in the multiverse.
Yeah, Kiri Oroshi Kirin is coming to World. It's him and Elatrion are definite too, because they're the last two from the leaked list that aren't in yet. And the leaked list has been 100% correct.
Yep.
I don't think... Like, according to the fans of Marvel, there are lots of, yep, this person is the strongest in the entire universe, and all of them are the exact same strength, apparently. But it's just, they have a lot of godly beings.
Kurt, join the hunt.
I just loaded in.
Why are you loading so
Was-
slowly?
Too busy
Because
doing
I was
research.
reading. I don't know a lot about Miss Marvel. I have never read a single comic about it, so I wouldn't know.
I didn't think the trailer looked that interesting.
No, I thought the trailer was very bad. Just utterly
I
dull.
liked where she punched the old lady.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen the trailer. I've just seen the one where she punched a lady.
Yeah, the gif of punching the old lady is the best part in it. The rest of it was very nondescript.
I think all heroes should be punching old ladies.
I quite like her hero uniform.
Yeah.
That's about it.
The costume is nice. I'm wondering what will happen to DC movies after the failure of Justice League.
Oh, hi there, Azure Rathalos.
Yes, hello.
So I'll just
Oh, we all
walking
landed
out
here,
of
huh?
this cave. But I'll take this Deviljho footprint.
They sure didn't even see me.
Since I know that who was it that played Batman? Was it Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck, yeah.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't be playing Batman again if Justice League failed.
Yeah. Which is a shame, because I think he's a good Batman.
Yeah, their costume was kind of dumb, but I haven't seen.
He's supposed to be playing old man Batman.
I see.
It's technically Batman Returns, but he's in his 50s. Or, well, yeah. Don't know, what age is Ben Affleck and what age is he supposed to be in the DC Universe movies?
200.
Oh, guess who else is on the map?
Basil.
Yep.
Ezra Raffles.
Brrr. Is he down in the Oregon bit?
Yep.
Yes.
Ah. Where's that in relation to me? Ah, over there. We always end up talking about Marvel and DC comics and or movies every time.
Yeah.
I mean, we did talk about loot stuff at
Well,
first.
okay, you've reminded me we did talk about Bowserette. Yeah.
So we talked
Okay.
about memes as well.
That's, yeah, we've covered all three bases. DC, Marvel, memes. What else is there? Games? Ha!
Have you seen? Speak of like memes. Have you seen the Bongo Cat that's playing the Goosebumps or whatever theme?
I have not seen that one, no.
It's great.
I've seen him playing Spooky Scary Skeleton. On an actual skeleton. Which is pretty good.
On a real life skeleton.
Yeah? That
Wow.
Bongo can't kill the man.
Well, obviously it's a cat.
It's just what they do. They have a predilection for
Sorry.
murder.
Cycle of life and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Please. Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ, is being mean.
Ow.
Ignore that I called you mean. Please don't attack me.
There's a Healy Dealy down. Bongo can't kill the man just to feel alive. Oh, I was looking away because I thought Sora was pooping.
But yeah, Bongo Cat is great. I love it. It's so cute.
I think Bongo Cat will outlive Bowsette.
Oh. Artists like to draw things that are cute.
And they're in vogue.
I think it'll live for a while. Longer than most memes. Like Bowsette will probably stay around for a very long time purely because it's an art thing.
And a Nintendo thing.
Uh-huh.
And
I
the
swear to
porn
God, Devil Joe did like 5 tail slaps in a row there every single time I was trying to climb up the wall. It's not stopping me. I am climbing
I
this
mean,
wall.
even I am working on a thing about that, so it got me drawing. Ow. I am stunned. Fucking Devil Joe. Oh, yeah. Did you? Someone drew one with Devil Joe where you're wearing the crown,
Oh no.
and it's just Devil Joe in a dress.
Oh.
Nice.
Never
Nice.
mind, I'm back in instantly.
Why is
Devil
this
Joe
one so aggressive?
He is so annoying, yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with this one? We gotta defect him.
This is serious, Devil Joe.
Oh, he's living.
What are you doing, Sora? We interrupted his dinner? That was the one we killed. Or was this one eating too?
I mean, it's Devil Joe, so probably.
I guess it does go without saying that you're interrupting a meeting. It's also quite a big one. I don't know if that affects aggressiveness,
Oh
but
no.
I mean, it shouldn't. Yeah, Devil Joe, get in the fire. That's very smart of you.
cook the pickle.
No, I
Oh,
wasn't.
Basil's here to do a turf war.
Cooked pickles can be quite good.
Disagree.
What about cooked grenades?
Good for enemy faces.
I got stepped on.
They're trying. Oh no! You sent Basil away. You should have waited for them to turf war first. 2,000 damage each or whatever.
Something like that.
He'll be back.
Nice
Yeah,
hitbox.
that's Basil.
Ow. Oop.
You mounted the non-stop.
I did it via upswing.
It's sharpened. Oh,
Didn't
bombs are
finish
still
it.
here.
I see a finisher.
I also
That
just
was
said
the
I'm doing
finisher.
my finisher.
Yes, I confirmed the finisher.
Let's see. If this pickle doesn't come off, we should all be ashamed of ourselves. Did it come off?
Nope.
Alright, we're all ashamed of ourselves.
Initiate the shame. Oh, he fell over again.
Well, that gives you a second chance.
Oh,
Still not
Oh.
off. Terrible.
Nope. There's
Yep.
one sturdy pickle. There must be some kind of bone in it or something.
everyone
I hate
knows
it
that
when my
pickles-
pickles have bones.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
I hate it when my pickle tremors.
Hey Ruffy, thank you again for the
No.
bits earlier.
He seems agitated.
We're doing important stuff. He just put his head into lava and took 262 damage. There's another 131.
Pickle isn't the smartest.
It's no wonder he's heated up.
Give me that tail. Give me that tail.
He's gonna. Of course he left. Nice pun. Did I pun? It was
No.
accidental, don't arrest me.
Oh, right. I can use chill shrooms to get cool drinks.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh
This
yeah,
time,
it is.
it's
He's pretty big
Hot Bay
too.
Turtle. Wanna kill him to figure out?
Nah.
Jonah
Who
jumped
blew a
down.
horn?
The cat?
Oh, yeah, it was the cat.
Oh, he left.
He get poop bombed again?
No, he just left. He got jumped on while he was roaring and just fucked up. Oh, Rathalos is here.
No. It's not one thing, it's another.
It's the worst possible outcome.
That's not a pun when I said he's just stuck his head in the lava so he heated up. I was just noticing that he came out red, so it's as if he heated his head up. If, when he was sticking his head in the lava, I said Devil Joe's a bit of a hothead, then...
Yeah. Ah. Ow.
Ugh, I'm covered in Rice Krispies.
Ooh.
I'm also on fire.
I've tried not being on fire.
I'm also stunned.
I've tried not doing that.
I said that to a burn victim once. Do you know what they
May I
said?
kick this dog for you?
They said, "Ah, I'm on fire." Devil Joe was tired.
Ah, I mounted Rathalos.
Oh, my face.
Yes, Devil Joe, come into range.
Getting
so I can
away.
attack you too.
He's doing the thing again. Never
then he got
mind,
mounted.
stopped.
Can't eat wild mountain.
Ah,
Where's your raffles? We don't need you here. There we go, finally.
pickle.
That's one loud pickle.
That is one message.
One message?
Yeah, look at the message there in the chat, in the
Oh.
in-game chat.
Bonechuck was speaking in a weird language.
Uwu.
Got a tail from the tail.
Surprising.
This confirmed my suspicions of that the tails confirm it contains tails.
Also, why isn't
For now.
it dead yet?
Yeah, he's a tough one.
It dropped the dragon pod, so it might be close.
My frame rates are dying, so I was expecting it to be undead.
It's moving. Has it got a skull? I don't see a skull, but I can't remember if I picked up
No, I don't
something.
see it.
Nope. No skull yet. But my cool drink has worn off.
I assume that ping was just to remind about the tail.
Yep, I was not in there.
It's fighting with the Azure. Usually I don't advertise or suggest watching reaction videos, but I'd love to see like compilation of people's reactions to meeting Deviljho for the first time in World without knowing anything about it. Although I guess it's hard to avoid because you have to do the hunt, don't you?
Yep.
Or what if you SOS someone who has Deviljho unlocked? Would that work?
I don't
It
know.
might.
Or would you not be able to join someone?
No, it probably would work.
That's very niche, but I wonder if there's any compilations of that then, people who haven't done the quest
Since-
yet.
Since you know your
doubt it.
your first option, your first objective is to find them on the map. So he is unlocked the second he is unlocked in the game. It's just that the quest itself. Yeah.
He's away limping now.
But yeah, you can meet him in the overall the open.
So it is possible it is a thing. That isn't an obvious setup, for instance.
I mean, the situation is possible, but highly unlikely.
Especially since everyone knows that Deviljho is a thing.
No, but for World, this was a lot of people's first Monster Hunter.
Yeah, but a lot
Yeah,
of
but
people
still-
get in release dates and stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would know that he was, released since he was hyped. It's like, oh, the world finally got Deviljho.
But if you know you're going to play a game, you sometimes steer away from stuff about it. But you're right, I guess if I saw one on YouTube, I'd assume that that's fake. They're faking. They're exaggerating.
He going to sleep?
He has gone to sleep, yes.
He slept.
He slept, but he mostly slept.
Here comes Raffles.
Was it the Raffles that set that off?
Yes, he just
Nice.
ran right through it.
That was cool. I like that.
Oh,
Oh, this has gotten messy.
You don't say.
I want to see them do their turf war while there's your Raffles just teleport? Oh, it's over there now.
he got phased through Basil.
Yeah.
Things are going pear-shaped.
Oh, Basil left.
It's a wimp.
This is why he won't be president.
Yeah, well. I think if a mentally ill incompetent can become president, there's hope for a coward.
Haven't you seen the President comic?
No.
It's like drawn like a JoJo comic. I linked it in your chat.
I try not to click on links, especially from you.
In Discord.
Especially in Discord.
Excuse you. But it's basically just Devilja and Basil are presidential candidates, and it's drawn like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh wait, I
comic.
did see one of them. Yeah, you're ringing a bell now. Although I think I saw it via the Monster Hunter subreddit.
Probably.
I didn't realize it was a series. I thought it was a one-off type thing.
No, it's like a couple pages long, but it's only a one-off, yeah.
Ah.
And they're talking about they're going for. I can't remember the story now since it was very nonsensical.
No
But it ends-
surprises there.
You don't say.
But it ends with Jirotodu's Kyoyaku and the hunter having a drink.
Yes,
in the
I
bar.
remember that. And then the hunters are in the background being like, "Oh, there's monsters there. Call for help."
Call 911. Call the hunters.
Can this Devilja just die now?
No,
Thank
I
you.
wanted to drop spikes on him.
Yeah, I was also trying to bait out the spikes. Well, the rocks.
Should have done it when all three of them were in. That would have been interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to, but they were.
Oh, Sorrow, what are you doing up there? She was up on the side of my desk looking over from the far side. That just proves you're getting taller.
Give me a tall fang, please. Nope. No fang. No tall fangs.
What you do? Can you make a noise for chat? Yawn or bark or something? No, you're not gonna do anything. She shook. That'll have to do. It's Hillbilly for Get On Out of Here. That message.
I see.
Okay.
It looked like a very strange language.
I would have preferred it to be like the normal message, but in Uwu speak.
Hmm. Finished research on Devil Joe, but I didn't get a gem or anything.
Can you melt the gem yet?
I don't know. I don't even remember how far I was progressing towards getting the armor, because didn't I go after something else instead? I mean, I have enough for the mail. Oh, I was making the bow and I needed a gem for the bow, that's right. That's where it was. And I didn't get one, but that's okay. Do something else. A to-do quest. Why not do a...
Why is my game in English now? Right.
Because you're speaking it. It detects what you're speaking and defaults.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying when I speak Norwegian, it turns to monster to gibberish.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Buy to pouch.
Oh.
Ready to go? You need to do each double. Oh, homework. You're falling asleep. I'm afraid I
too.
can't help you there. You're gonna have to go watch a streamer or a YouTuber that screams constantly if you want to be kept up.
Yep.
I can scream.
My dour, low-tone voice will not keep you awake. You could scream.
Oh,
That's true.
that's something I honestly really hate when it's just they scream basically every sentence they say.
Yeah, not a fan either.
What, you don't like extra loud people?
I really, really don't know. This is a big Rathian. It's Rathalos sized.
Yeah, probably.
Stab, 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 stab. I miss fast mounts.
But you could fail those.
I don't mind. I like the fail mechanic.
you can fail those?
You can.
Yeah, I thought it was just impossible to fail in any of the games.
No, remember the Electron was a pain in the arse to successfully mount in Generations. Well,
Yeah,
Cross.
That's because he flailed every 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Matsu is kind of annoying. That was a quick tail cut. Flame on the next Sora. We're not quite done yet. 15 minutes.
Just remember that, like, out of all the hunts of Elatrian I did in Generations, only like a few of them succeeded.
Yep.
Not hunts, I mean mounts.
Oh, mounts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
There was
always
also
like
one.
that.
There was also one hunt where a guy just stood in the camp the entire time.
Yeah.
So, you know, people joining
Those
an
people are
action,
the
but
worst.
doesn't have the courage to fight it.
Yep.
And there were a lot of those. Like, if I don't mind failing, I do mind carrying people.
And yet you played 3 Ultimate with me.
Yes. That was funny. To be fair, I played like only in the last few episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I think I showed up in like the last 2 or something. Since I was in Dire Morales and Black Diablos, that was when I showed up.
Ah. Oh, Kenzie.
And Steel Oregon.
Alright, why are you crying?
Is it just me, or does the Devil Joe horn kind of sound like a train whistle?
Oh, I haven't heard it.
Kinda, yeah. Heard it a couple of times. Like, over a tannoy, that kind of sound.
I wish it would just be like, just someone screaming, "Food's done!"
Yes, hello, I see you. You're lucky it died in that second, so I can give you a cuddle. As a random talking point for the final 15 minutes, I think I dislike Dark Souls 3 more than Dark Souls 1. Upon returning to it and seeing all its flaws.
I haven't played Dark Souls 1 since, you know, it was a thing. And from nostalgia, I like 1 more than 3. But that's also because I don't really like 3 that much.
Yeah, 3 had its problems, definitely.
It's Bloodborne in every way except the way that mattered, which is the way the player controls and functions.
Like everything else, like the enemies sometimes fight like Bloodborne.
No,
enemies.
everything does. Most of the game is reused assets from Bloodborne.
Nice.
But they still kept the same clunky movement for the hunter, the player character who might as well be a hunter. So he doesn't have strafe, so the enemies being super fast and never having breaks in their combos makes no sense. You can't heal as quickly. Poise isn't a thing like it isn't in Bloodborne either, because it doesn't need to be, but in Dark Souls it does need to be.
The poise thing is an
doesn't matter.
intentional thing they added though, since they, like, hackers found out if you just change a single value in the code, you have poise again.
Yes, they turned it off deliberately.
Yep.
Because
There's
it
no
was
real
more like
reason for
Bloodborne
it.
that way. Because Bloodborne doesn't have poise.
Oh, and Bloodborne was popular.
I think the way Bloodborne worked was it was a set number of hits and then you kind of stumbled. So you could, well, no, you could interrupt the visceral, that's right. In terms of like PvP anyway.
I would still say that Dark Souls 3 has much better PvP than Bloodborne. That's because PvP in Bloodborne feels more annoying than anything.
Well, yeah, but wasn't really rating it by that though. Still loved returning to Dark Souls 2, but the Skull of the First Sin remix is just a bizarre series of decisions. Because I was worried going back to it I wouldn't be as fond of it, but other than the weird Skull of the First Sin stuff, still loved it. And I had a more of appreciation for how slow Dark Souls 1's combat is, because it's very methodical.
Yes.
like mid-roll, if you're pressing an attack, you can't cancel out of that. You're doing it when you finish that roll, no matter what's happening. So you have to plan ahead. And I appreciate that. But yeah, Dark Souls 3 was just a mess. The shiny new veneer was off of it.
I mean, I never went back for the DLC, so I guess I felt that already with the base game.
Yeah, I didn't. When I played it blind, I guess it was all pretty and the areas look interesting. Well, in the Poison Swamp, the areas look interesting.
Yeah, what I'm talking about one.
We're talking about
1 or
3. Like when we played it blind for the first time, it wasn't that bad. I think playing it co-op helped.
I know
Yeah,
that Dark
definitely.
Souls, I know that Dark Souls 3 is the one I played the least. Like, I have definitely the least playtime of that.
I think that may be true for me now as well, because I went back for the remastered of Dark Souls.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I did all the achievements, but then I never touched it again.
Ugh.
I didn't do that.
But you didn't do all the
It's
achievements if you didn't do the DLC.
Yeah, it's
I
mostly
don't think
just
the DLC counts towards like any achievements.
I'm fairly certain I added achievements. Might be
he did all of the
misremembering.
base game. That's the achievements. And it's like in 2, I really enjoyed playing through the game, so I did it several times.
Oh yeah,
And
I just for fun I
different
played
builds.
through it, trying different stuff.
One I enjoyed going through the game, but I didn't do it that much.
Because
but
the
I did
latter half of
enjoy
it isn't very good.
Yeah, that and the DLC of 1 is probably my favorite in all of the games. Like, I love fighting Manus. He's my favorite boss in the entire series.
I liked fighting Artorias, but that's it as far as the DLC goes.
Calamite was bullshit.
Yes, Calamite sucks.
I didn't find Calamite that interesting or difficult, really, but it's just 3 doesn't really have that memorable bosses to me.
Let's
there's
see.
There's not a lot of them that really brings to mind when it comes to just thinking about good bosses.
The one that fights like a
The
Tigrex.
Abyss Watchers was nice.
Yeah, the Abyss Watchers is a nice sort of...
They feel.
But that's just
they
Bloodborne.
That is just
They
Bloodborne,
feel.
yeah.
It to me, they just feel like normal enemies. They
Oh
don't
yeah,
feel
I
a
like the
boss.
final boss.
Yeah, the final boss is okay, but it's like in 2 you have like in terms of DLC at least you have the
big
Fume
issue.
Knight, you have shit, what was the samurai named again?
Alone.
Alone.
Yeah, I almost went when I was going through. I started all the Dark Souls 2 DLCs, thinking, "Oh, I really like the Alone fight. I want that." And then I remembered all the stuff in the way, and I was like, "I don't want to do this." So I
Yeah.
killed the invisible tiger, and then that was it. 'Cause I just couldn't be
Yeah.
asked going through the DLCs for Dark Souls 2.
I also really liked the fight against Glass Knight, was it? Mirror Knight?
It was
Like, I
originally
like-
called
I-
Mirror Knight, and then they renamed him Looking Glass Knight.
Yeah, like I love how it looks. Like, it looks great. The fight itself, being on like the top of a castle during a raid.
The Gamma's joining into.
I've never seen the Mirror Knight do its thing.
But summoning another player, that's because it was broken. That
Yeah.
long shit only works in New Game Plus. Just gonna let the Azure kill the Urgan, I guess. Just gonna stand over here. I'm trying to think of fights other than the final boss I've liked in Dark Souls 3.
And 2, I love Battlestat. I like the Looking Glass Knight. I like Alone. I like Fume Knight. And 3, I think I only like Gunder, like Champion Gunder.
Is that because he shoulder barges and high kicks you?
Yes. No, I just love how fast he is. I don't know. I like how he fights. He's a fun fight. Before that, nothing really challenged me or was interesting, but he just has a fun way to fight.
I'm really, really struggling to think of any. I guess Yorm for the Demon Souls reference. Does that count?
Yeah, but is that really a fight though?
No, it's a gimmick, but it's a nice throwback to a better game.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess, yeah.
Couldn't have
Storm
like,
Ruler
like,
is a cool sword. I liked it.
Why couldn't they have like made a better reference, like the Forgotten Hero, or whatever he was named? Since then they would have a great fight and a reference.
I mean, why couldn't they have done like a better reference by like remastering Demon Souls?
I was gonna say.
I imagine right now they think it's too much work, but I could see them doing it in the next 5 years. From the ground up, I mean, because they couldn't just upscale it. It's way too dated.
But then they'll give it.
Then they'd give it the Dark
Bloodborne,
Souls 3 treatment, because they'll want to get more use out of the Bloodborne / Dark Souls 3 engine, or assets.
Yeah, exactly. And that's gonna ruin it.
Yeah, I think the Dark Souls series just got tired from me, since it didn't really try anything new. I kind of hope that with the new game they're trying something like entirely new.
Well, they are with that samurai thing.
Yeah, try and like reinvent themselves, I guess, and not just be the Dark Souls company.
CR said it was pretty interesting. They played it at wherever he was at. Gamescom, was it?
Yeah, Gamescom.
I'm not focusing on the fight because I'm mentally walking through Dark Souls 3 in my head.
Yeah, I don't know. The DLC also didn't really have any good bosses.
Can't think of any Dark Souls 3 bosses right now that are interesting to me.
A lot of people like the dancer, I don't particularly. I like its design, I don't like the fight.
Oh, she's just not memorable to me.
I like the tree with his eggs. That was kind of cool and interesting, a little bit,
I forgot that was a boss.
because it was weird. Why am I targeted on the Dodogama? That's not where I want to go.
I had a bit more appreciation for Pontiff Sullivan.
Yeah, he's alright.
Because it feels much more like the only problem with him is the problem with a lot of Dark Souls 3 bosses, where he has the same wind up to 2 different attacks, so therefore it's impossible to sight read him. You have to guess, which is not something that should ever be in a Dark Souls game. And if it didn't have that, it'd be a much more enjoyable fight, but the same could be said for a bunch of different bosses in 3.
True, true. But yeah, the 2 princes at the end, I always hated them.
They're real bad.
I haven't really minded them, since they're easy to dodge.
Try using a build with a heavy weapon.
Yeah, I know, I never use those.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of like just using rapiers.
Well, no wonder until you were able to do it then.
Yeah.
Or magic works well as well. Well, sorcery, that is.
I'm also one of the few people who never parries anything, since I always use the weapon left-handed.
Oh.
But that didn't work in Dark Souls 3, which also annoyed me, since they had the weapon art stuff.
You're not left-handed in real life, though, are you?
Nope, I just prefer it because then I can't dodge, can't
you're
parry.
a bloody poser is what you are.
I enjoyed not being able to parry, because then I can't cheese fights. So yeah, it's like, that's one of the things that annoyed me in 3, I couldn't do that. So I just ended up what's it called? I parried Gundyr to death without thinking about it times, since I would just...
Jump and shout, though?
Yeah, jump and shout was great. That was the best weapon. But that didn't come before the first DLC.
Yeah, you got that in the snow one.
Yeah. What was the bosses in the first DLC even?
The scythe lady with 4 different forms, or 3 different forms, and the big wolf and the man, and that's it.
Is that a boss? I thought it was a normal enemy.
No, well, the big wolf shows up first, but eventually you fight him with the guy with the lion shield.
Oh, right!
And the untended graves, or whatever it's called. Oh, wait, no, that's the Dark Souls 3 area, but it's next to a big grave.
Yeah.
And then the wolf
really
starts
short
doing
DLC.
like flying leaps at you when it's just him left.
That was a really short DLC.
It was, that's why the bosses were so irritating.
And there was like a hidden area that was like the Dark Souls 1, the dragon lady with the scythe, the invisible one.
Oh yeah, you could look down into it where you could see Priscilla.
No, you could actually go down there.
Oh, you could actually go down into it?
There's
Oh.
an invasion there. The Pyromancer invade you.
I see.
and you get
Like
a
that fight against the Scythe Lady, even though she's a bit too much, like she's a copy-paste of Maria from the Bloodborne DLC, but if they didn't give it 3 different forms that all get full health back, it could have been a really nice fight. But
Yeah.
no, it
Yeah,
just
that was,
goes on too
was
long.
a bit weird.
That's honestly something I really hated about, some of the bosses in 3. It's like, you never knew if they would actually, well, you always knew they would have another phase, but in the older games they wouldn't get a full health bar back, it would be a phase in the health bar.
Yeah.
But in these ones it's like, oh, I'm almost killed it, and there it goes the health back.
And then all of a sudden they're, for some reason, much more powerful even though they're close to death.
But wait, there's more!
Yeah, like, the exact same effect could be done without, refilling their health bar, but just having faces on their health bar.
Like Death Gambit.
Yes.
It has faces
Where you
marked.
actually see a marker, yeah.
So you know when they're going to change, so you know to expect new things unless you learn the boss better. Almost like it's a good mechanic well thought out or something.
It's thought out.
Yeah. Did I say I like the Tigrex boss, but only because he fights like a Tigrex?
Yes, yes.
Alright.
you said that.
That's the only one I can think of.
I honestly forgot he was a boss. And I watched you fight him last time. Was that yesterday?
It was yes. Yes, it was yesterday.
Yeah, I watched you fight him and I still forgot he existed. The Nameless King was a boss, right?
Nameless King was a boss,
Yep.
which might have been
Didn't
okay if it
didn't
wasn't
like
for the
him,
first
no.
form.
He was fun.
If the fight was separated, so his pet was a fight and then he was a fight, would probably
Yeah.
like it more, or dislike it less at least.
If the first phase just didn't exist.
Or if he cleared it once that was it, because he kind of absorbs his dragon, so why not just keep it like it's done?
Yeah, that's actually...
Because the camera during that first part is just utterly unacceptable.
Oh, Dark Souls, that's...
Alright, I guess that's us done.
Pretty much, yeah.
That was also that boss of the 3, the second DLC, where it was literally just, hey, fight another player. We couldn't come up with a real boss.
Yep. If they just done the custard hat thing from Demon Souls, at least they could have said it was a throwback. But no, they had to do it in a stupid way. I guess they couldn't have made it the custard hat because you get that in the base game, but still, some variation, like 2 custard hats.
This
Make it
one is
3.
taller.
Or make it 3 because it's Dark Souls 3, yeah. Or one out the butt, one out the front, one on the head. So you just spin and turn into an actual custard volcano.
He just dual wields the custard hats.
Oh yeah, one on his head, one on each hand, and he uses them as weapons. Just give them the whip animations. That would work. Why didn't they do that? Bork bork indeed. I got research for Dodo Gamma. Don't drop my ball. Alright, well, for the people watching After the Fact on YouTube, we're going to have to end there. Hopefully see you next time. Ta-ta for now.